Hello guys, here we have a challenge, and this challenge is about financial application or compound value. So suppose you save $100 each month in a saving account with the annual interest of what? 5%. So the monthly interest rate is 0.05/12, which is 0.00417. After the first month, the value in the account becomes 100 times this, brackets 1 plus these numbers here, which give us this. So you have the interest of about 4.7. So after the second month, the value in the account becomes 100 plus 100, and then we have 201.252. And then the third month, then it goes the same. You add 100 and with this interest, and then you get 302.507, and then and so on. So here the challenge is we have to write a program that prompts the user to enter amount, example 100, and the annual interest rate, example 5, and the number of months, example 6, and then display amount in a saving account after the given month. So this is the challenge we have. So first thing first. So before we try to write the codes, we have to discuss a little bit. So we need a main method. The main method is the entry point of a program, and it prompts the user for input. Let's say by using the scanner class, and then the user is asked to enter the amount to be saved for each month, which is stored in a, let's say, a monthly deposit variable as a double value, because we deal with the money, so we have to use double. And then the user is also asked to enter the annual interest rate, which is also stored in an annual interest rate variable as a double value. And then we have the monthly interest rate is also calculated by dividing the annual interest rate by 1,200. To also convert it from the percentage to the decimal, and it's also stored in the monthly interest rate variable. And the user is also asked to enter the number of month, which is stored in the number of month variable, which is this one. We have to use int instead of double. And then the current value variable is initialized with the value of the first deposit plus the interest earned on it, as we have seen it here. And this is also calculated by multiplying the monthly deposit by 1.0 plus the monthly interest rate. And then we have to do the loop. The loop is started from the second month up to the number of month minus 1 month, you see. In each interaction, so the current value is updated by adding the month deposit and multiplying it by bracket 0.1 plus monthly interest rate to account for interest earned. And so finally the result is also printed on console. So to show in practical, we have to. So here I have written the class name, which is exercise 430, and then we have to type the main method. That we need a main method, and on our main method we need a scanner with the variable input, which is equal to scanner. This is a scanner object, and we have to pass the system.in, and this is how it's going to allow us to input the value from the keyboard. And then before that, we have to import this scanner from the UT class. And first of all, we ask the user to enter the value, so we have to enter the amount to be saved for each month. So enter the value, enter the amount to be saved for each month. And for that reason, this we deal with money, so we have to use the double monthly deposit is equal to, then we use the scanner variable input dot double next. So this is how we receive the double from the keyboard. And then we have to repeat again the system.out print line, and then we also ask the annual interest. So so and this one, annual interest has to be the double type, double annual interest rate, and this one also has to be rate is equal to input dot double. Okay, and then we need also monthly interest rate. So how do we get this monthly interest rate? So we have to monthly interest rate. And to get the monthly interest rate, we have to use the annual interest rate divided by 1,200. So that should be equal to annual interest rate divided by 1,000, and we put the D here. Okay, and then we need to also ask the user to enter the number of months. So system.out.print enter the number of months. Okay, and this should be int type, because we don't need decimal point, int, and then number of months input dot int. Okay, and then we need to calculate the current value. So double current value is equal to monthly deposit times brackets, and then we have 1.0 here, D in decimal format, plus this is the formula, so monthly interest rate. This is how we get the current value. And then we have to loop through the number of months, and I'll do for loop and it's going to be int I, and we're going to start with 1, and then we want to I should be less than number of months, and then I we increment by 1, so plus plus. Okay, and then within the loop we want to see current value is equal to the current value plus the monthly deposit times 1.0 D plus monthly interest rate. So this is the formula. And then we also want to put into a print system.out.println, and I'm going to use the object. I can use a string builder object, or I can just to make it easier, let me use the string builder, or let me use the string like normal string, then I use plus to concatenate. So I'm going to say after the, and then here we need a plus sign, number of months, and then we append again the string, which is going to be, I want to start with this, put this, so th, and then month, comma, the account value is, then we append the current value here. We can append or by using the concatenate, which use the plus sign, so current value, like that. So the alternative of doing this, for those of you who may be wondering, by using this, you can use also the string builder class, which is special for doing what I just did there, but into line. So here you create a new class of string builder, and then you pass the string you want to pass, let's say after the, and then now you use the, we have to use the, actually here it has to be 2 brackets, so this is the outer bracket, and then we have to use, we append. So now it's not suggesting, because I think here we made a mistake, so we have to put the string builder, and then therefore here when you type it is going to suggest. And what do we want to append? We want to append the string, and this string is going to be like what I did, a month, the account value is, and then here we also append. So I'm doing exactly the same thing, append, and what I'm appending the current value, append the current value, and then we convert the whole thing to string, which you have to call the string method to string, and then we close. So this here is the easiest way of doing it, but this is the most recommended way of doing it, by using this string object. So I have to show you both ways. So here I'm going to try to run this, append number of months, then when we run again, okay, let's see from our exercise. So we want to enter 100, 5, and then 6, 100, 5, and then 6. So what do we get? 602.5. So if I have to test this class, if it's doing the right thing, or if the results are the correct ones, it's going to be very, very difficult for me to do on this. So I have to refactor this class to put some of this code on the method, and then I'll test the methods. Okay, so let's comment this for now. Okay, and then from here I'm going to write exactly the same thing, but this time I'm going to use the main method. I'm going to use the main method and another method. So public, first of all, main. Okay, a little bit space here. So what I have to do here, I have to use the scanner as we did. Scanner input is equal to new scanner, and the in we pass here system.in. Okay, and then we need system print line, and so this is what we did. And then we need double. This is a repetition of what I just did. So monthly deposit is equal to input dot double. Okay, and then it's just a little bit space, and then I'll do again system.out.println, and here I'm going to say enter the annual interest rate. Okay, and then exactly use double, and annual interest rate is equal to input dot next double, and then more space for our code to be more clear, can be seen more clearly. And then we need again system dot out dot print, and here we're going to add enter the number of months. Okay, and here this is easy type, So number of months is going to be input dot next int. Okay, then we need to create a method, another method. Okay, so this is the main method, so I have to take this back here. We want to get out the main method and create another method here, and this method has to be static, public static double. I want to return double, and I'm going to call this method, it should calculate amount account value, calculate account value. And what I want to pass on this method, you have to be double, and then any monthly deposit, and then another double. Also I need annual interest rate, and then the last thing is int, and the int is number of months. Okay, and then we are going to call this method here on the main method here, so we can call this method double account value is equal to account value is equal to, now we call this calculate this method, and then here is where we're going to pass the monthly deposit, pass the argument from these parameters we pass on this method, we pass them here when we are calling this method. Okay, and then we have to pass also the annual interest rate, and also the number of months here. So now we have to write this method here. So it's going to be double, we do the calculations, so monthly what we did on the other previous here what we did here, these calculations here, that's going to be returned from this method. And here I'm going to say monthly interest rate, interest rate, let's make sure that I type correctly, and annual interest rate, annual interest rate divided by 1200, then double account value, monthly interest rate times 1 plus monthly interest rate. Okay, this account value, and then we have to loop for loop, and then inside we have int I again is going to be equal to 1. We initialize I by 1, and then we put I should be less than what the number of months, and then we increment I by 1 with my plus I plus. Okay, and then in between the account value is going to be equal to bracket account value plus monthly deposit, and then times 1 plus monthly. Okay, like that. And then here we return account value. So this is how I try to refactor and use this method. So now I can test this method. Let's see first of all when we run. Yes, and now it's asking us to enter amount to be saved, and let's see from the exercise it was asking 100, 5, 6, and then let's put 100, 5, and 6. Okay, something is missing, so we have to, supposed to add this printf method here, and then we are printing the digit here, and also formatting this, how it should be displayed, the number of months in the account. So let's try again to run this program, and let's see what's we're supposed to add. 105 and 6, 105 and 6, and see what. So this time we are getting 506, and previously we got 606. So we want to test and see what we might have done wrong. So let's go to the test class. Okay, this is the test class, and I have to try to write the test and see if it's going to work. So now we want to test, and the first test, let's try to test account value with 0 monthly deposit. So I'm going to type the annotation test, and then it's not going to have anything void, and test account value with 0 monthly deposit. Okay, and then this is double deposit 0.0, double annual interest rate is equal to 5.0, int number of months equal to 12, double expected value equal to 0.0, and then here double actual value, it should be equal to exercise 30.calculate, and then we pass the monthly deposit, annual interest rate, and number of months, and then we try to pass call the asset equal asset equals, and then we pass expected value, and then the actual value, and then we can also pass the delta of 0.01, and then we close, and then we import this from the class from the test class here. And then if we try to run this, yes, our test passed. This one passed. If we test account value with the 0 amount, monthly deposit, so we try to test, and then the expected value should be this one, and we can accept up to 0.01 as a delta. So next we can test the account value with the positive monthly deposit. Okay, so I can maybe copy this, and then with positive monthly deposit, and then here we have, let's say, 100, and then these numbers, let's put here 3.5, and here 24, and here the outcome should be 25.74. Okay, try to save and run. So this test failed. So here is, you have to try to find out why it failed and fix that problem. So now I have to also test the so I try to test the type of line, this one. So this one, let's put this annotation here. So let's also try to test this one with negative monthly deposit. Okay, this also failed, expected 0, but got this one. So this, I put 0 here since the monthly deposit is negative, the account value should be 0. So here I can run all the tests, and I can see only one test passed. So try to figure out why this test failed, but it's also coming from this this calculation here. Maybe something is not correct, so we have to find out why we're not getting the correct value. Thank you guys, remember to subscribe, bye.